Good morning, welcome to
MathForKids175.
MathForKids175. Today we're going to do a fun problem on a
Chessboard.
chessboard. So here's the problem. I have a bunch of blocks that can cover up two squares. Okay, they can cover up two squares like this or two squares like that. So they can be horizontal or vertical. You understand?
Yeah.
Like this. Like that. And we have a lot of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chessboard and I'm going to take away two corners, the two opposite corners. So that's why I've marked them with red. So we're going to pretend that those squares aren't there. Okay, do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got my regular chessboard that has how many squares?
The regular chessboard is 64, so with the two corners taken away, that's 62.
Okay. And I want you to use these 2x2s. There's these things that cover two squares. Now we don't have enough of them, but I want you to sort of see. The question is, can you cover?
The chessboard.
We've got 62 squares. Each one of these covers two. And the question is, can you cover the chessboard using 31 of
without
these?
any squares missing.
Without any squares missing. Each one of these has to cover two squares. So that's the question. Do you understand the question?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've started with a chessboard. We've taken away the two opposite corners. And the question is, can you cover the chessboard with these dominoes?
Yeah.
Okay?
Blocks.
With these blocks.
Let's put one like this.
Okay, so that's, you're going to see how, the question is, if you do that pattern and it continues, are you going to cover the whole board or not?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think?
I don't think you can.
Okay. Why not?
Well, you have to do this pattern, this part.
Tell me about the pattern. What do you
Well,
notice
it's
about the
gonna
pattern?
keep going like this across.
Tell me a little more about the pattern. What do you notice about the board? Or actually, what do you notice about the tiles that we're using to cover up the board? What's something
They're
that's
2
really...
by 4.
They're 2x4 Duplos, that's fine. What else do you notice about it?
Aside from they cover up 2.
Right, they cover up two squares, that's one thing to notice. You notice anything else?
Not really.
Keep looking. This is a problem about understanding what you see. What do you see? What do you notice about the board?
Oh, I see. But there's the base part. The ones that you first put down are 3. You can cover 3.
Put that domino anywhere you want. Tell me about what you notice about what it covers up. Anywhere you want. Keep putting it places. What do you notice?
Well, it's gonna cover up a white and black square.
Ah, that's interesting.
You can't cover up 2 whites or 2 blacks.
No matter where you put it, horizontally or vertically, it covers up one white square and one black square.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a very good thing to notice. Seems pretty simple and straightforward, but does that help you understand if you can cover up the whole board here?
No, you can't because you're taking away 2 blacks.
Ah, that's interesting. What does that mean?
It means that there's gonna be 2 whites that are empty.
Where? How many white squares do we have?
We've got 32 white squares.
How did you figure that out?
Because there's half of, without the corners taken away, half of these are white and half of the squares are white, half of the squares are black.
Okay, awesome.
There's 32.
Okay, so there's 32 white squares.
But there's only 30 black squares.
There's only 30 black squares. And each of your little dominoes covers up a white square and a black square. So what are you going to have left once you put down You're gonna have 2 white squares left. And can you cover those up with a domino at some point?
No.
Because why?
Because there's gonna be, one's gonna be on this side.
Well, they might be. It might be these 2, or it might be those 2, or who knows, it might be that one and that one. But why won't you be able to cover up 2 white squares with a domino?
Because you can only cover up a white and a black.
Because they only cover up a white and a black. You're not allowed to put them diagonally. So this is a pretty neat problem. So you could spend a lot of time making patterns, and then you would always find you had white squares left. But the other approach on this problem is to sit back and say, okay, well, what do I notice? First thing to notice is there's 64 squares.
Yeah.
Right? The next thing to notice is I took away 2 dark squares. Now, do you think you would have been able to cover up the board with our little 2x2 dominoes if I took away those 2 squares?
Yeah, because you're taking away a white and a black.
Well, I am taking away a white and a black, but do I have enough? How are you going to arrange the dominoes to cover up the whole board here?
I'll just do something like this. And then
Right, so then this is actually pretty easy.
I just,
It's a little harder when I take away that black square and this one.
yeah.
Now it's not quite as obvious what you need to do.
But you can cover it up.
Well, you might be able to. There's 31 dark squares and 31 white squares, but we'd still have to think pretty hard about how to do it.
Yeah.
But when I take away 2 black squares, it definitely doesn't work. All right, so that's a fun problem. Teaching you about understanding the situation and thinking through the problem.
Yeah.
Pretty neat problem, isn't it?
Mhm.
Good job.